We all know that wine starts here in the vineyard, but what we may not realize is what goes into the painstakingly long process of getting that wine into the hands of consumers. Even after the hard work of actually making the wine is done, it still needs to end up in bottles before hitting store shelves.
After what in some cases is years worth of work, from growing to harvesting, processing, fermenting, there's just one final step: getting the wine from stainless steel tanks or even barrels into these bottles.
And that's where Jacob Pettyjohn comes in. The vast majority of wineries just can't support their own bottling lines. So Pettyjohn put the bottling equipment on wheels.
How labor intensive this is. Just the preparation to get it to the bottle is very labor intensive. And bottling day, a lot of winemakers, they fret over it. They hate bottling day. We try to make it easy and painless. We show up, we have a great crew, and we just, we roll through it. We try to make it a good experience, so we always have, good comments and return customers.
Using 3 different trucks, Pettyjohn bottles for more than 30 wineries across California, including Pear Valley in Paso Robles.
Bottling is by far my least favorite aspect of everything I do. Again, it's just the culmination of many, many years of work. And there's a lot of details that come down to the wire. You're pulling, I'm pulling capsules from Portugal, corks, glass comes from, typically up north in Napa, or Washington, sorry, and labels from somewhere else. And, there's a lot of different variables, and then there's a lot of work that goes into the wine, and it's very timely. So it's not like I'm slacking, but a lot of this work needs to be done very close to bottling.
Pear Valley bottles twice a year. Today they're bottling the whites and some reds that don't require as much aging. The rest of the wine, aging in barrels, will be bottled closer to harvest.
So you get nitrogen introduced to the bottle, comes around, there's a vacuum being pulled on the top of the filler, which sucks a negative pressure in the bottle, so the wine wants to go in there and fill up real nice. There's a gasket that makes it cascade down the side of the walls of the bottle so it doesn't foam. Then it proceeds over to the corker, where there's a vacuum pulled on the headspace between the cork and the wine surface, so that if the wine expands during aging, shipping, whatever, it absorbs that pressure and doesn't push the cork out. Then it goes down to get labeled and capsuled and so on at the other part of the truck.
And while getting it right doesn't necessarily add to the quality of wine, getting it wrong can certainly do damage. So a good working relationship between the winemaker and bottler is essential.
For me, the whole process fuel idea is trying to preserve everything that we do in the vineyard. So it's a minimalist approach, and so going through bottling and all the preparation leading up to that, the goal is always to keep the integrity of the wine. As long as you do that, you're okay. There's definitely some things that can throw a few curveballs your way, but for the most part, again, if your prep's ready, you should be fine.
I'm Richard Gearhart reporting.